Hello everyone, myself Kiran Ngadong pursuing MSc Microbiology in Central University of Tamil Nadu. Today I'm going to talk about aerobic and anaerobic treatment of wastewater. So, moving to introduction, wastewater is the water that has become polluted from use in homes, industries, and from rainwater runoff and therefore cannot be released into the environment without treatment. While we study wastewater, we also have to learn about the term like black water and grey water. So, what are these? Black water are the wastewater that comes from our toilet that consists of human waste, and grey water are the wastewater that comes from kitchen laundry machines that are devoid of human waste. So a typical wastewater consists of water and solids. Water of 99.9% and 0.1% are solids. Further, the solids are divided into organic matter and inorganic matter, where 70% of the solids are comprises of organic and 30% of inorganic. Inorganic we have proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and inorganic we have grease, salts, and metals. So now wastewater treatment. It's a process used to convert this type of wastewater into an effluent that can be returned into water cycle with minimal environmental issues. So now let us know why do we need to treat this wastewater. First is protecting human health. Human health from the possible pathogen consist in wastewater, preventing environmental pollution. Sustainable resource management in a way that it is conserved for our future use. Legal and social responsibility. As being a responsible citizen of this living in this planet, we have to take care of our mother nature. So coming directly to the topic, which is aerobic wastewater treatment. Aerobic wastewater treatment is a biological process that uses oxygen-dependent microbes to break down organic pollutants in wastewater, converting them into stable, less harmful substances like carbon dioxide, water, and biomass. The major microbes here include Bacillus species, Pseudomonas, Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacteria, Actinomycetes, and Protozoa. A typical aerobic wastewater treatment undergoes three crucial steps, which is aeration, biochemical degradation, settling, and separation process. In aeration, what happens is we can also call this biological oxidation. Oxidation here, the oxygen are supplied continuously in a bioreactor with the help of diffuser, and in biochemical degradation, the microbes which are present in wastewater utilize this supplied oxygen to convert or degrade the organic matter into new biomass and treated effluent. In settling and separation, what happens is that the biomass so produced in biochemical degradation settles, and the mixed liquid, which is water molecule, and the new biomass flows into secondary clarifier, which are further treated or can be also the new biomass can be also used as biofertilizers. So now let's talk about activated sludge process, which is a type of an aerobic treatment of wastewater, work based on the principle that it uses aerobic microorganisms like bacteria, protozoa, fungi suspended in wastewater. These microbes forms a flux. By flux, we also mean activated sludge, which is a clump of microbes plus organic matter bound by extracellular polymers. With a continuous oxygen supply, microbes consume organic matter and convert it into carbon dioxide, water, and new microbial biomass. The steps include primary treatment, aeration tank, secondary clarifier, and sludge recycling. So, what happened here is that in, pri- uh, in primary treatment, the wastewater is first screened and settled to remove large molecules, large solids forming a primary sludge. From here they are first screened, and in second step, which takes place in aeration tank or biological reactor, the the wastewater enters the aeration tank and are mixed with microbial suspension. As I have mentioned here, mixed liquid. They are mixed with microbial suspension, which is also known as activated sludge. Throughout the process, the oxygen are supplied continuously, and the microorganisms so present in wastewater are oxidizes the organic matter, where now the byproducts are carbon dioxide, water, and new biomass. So now the treated water which happens in the third step, which is secondary clarifier. Now the treated water with newly formed biomass flows into settling tank. This is the settling tank. This is the settling tank where the activated sludge settles down and the treated effluent are further discharged. So a part of activated sludge are returned back to the aeration tank, which are also known as return activated sludge, in order to maintain the microbial population in aeration tank. In and the excess sludge further are further taken out to undergo further treatment, like anaerobic digestion, and can also be used as biofertilizers. The excess sludge are also known as, here I have mentioned, waste activated sludge. So this is all about activated sludge process and how it works. So now let us also study about their advantages and disadvantages. The advantages include that they are efficiently they efficiently help in removing the BOD, biological oxygen demand, requires by the microbes, and suspended solids and ammonia. Another advantage of activated sludge process is that it produces clear, non-odorous effluent. It's flexible, can handle varying loads of wastewater. Disadvantages include it requires high energy cost. In a single activated sludge process requires 60 to 70% of plant energy use, and they produces large amount of sludge, which requires a proper disposal and treatment. They are very sensitive to toxic chemicals. Application is that this process is very efficient in municipal sewage treatment, in industrial wastewater, but requires industrial wastewater treatment like food, dairy, paper, textile, and pharmaceuticals, but requires this careful operation due to high energy needs and large large production of sludge. Now coming to the topic, anaerobic wastewater treatment. Anaerobic wastewater treatment is a process that uses anaerobic microbes to break down organic matter in absence of oxygen. Through the process, the methane can be recovered, methane, which is the biogas, and inactivation of pathogens can be achieved. It's an energy efficient process. The major microbes include methanogens, acetogenic bacteria, and hydrolactic bacteria. So before discussing more on anaerobic wastewater treatment, we also have to know the difference between anaerobic wastewater treatment and anaerobic digestion. The former being the broad method for purifying wastewater, and the latter being the specific application focused on reducing the volume and mass of sludge. Likewise, the anaerobic wastewater treatment also has four crucial steps, which is hydrolysis, acetogenesis, and methanogenesis. In hydrolysis, what happens is that the large insoluble molecule present in the wastewater, like fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, are converted into simpler form. Example, like proteins are converted into amino acids, and carbohydrates are converted into simpler sugars. The microbes used here are hydrolytic bacteria like Clostridium. In acetogenesis, what happens is that the byproduct of hydrolysis, that is the simpler form of insoluble organic matter, are fermented into short volatile fatty acids, and alcohols, carbon dioxide, and ammonia. The key microbes here are Enterobacter, Lactobacillus, and Streptomyces. In third step, which is acetogenesis, the volatile fatty acids and alcohols are oxidized into acetic acid and carbon dioxide molecule. Acetogenic bacteria like Syntrophomonas are highly obligate producers of hydrogen. So we also get hydrogen molecules in this acetogenesis step. So the last step is methanogenesis, which is where the byproducts of acetogenesis, which is acetate, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen molecules are further converted into methane gas and carbon dioxide molecule with the help of methanobacterium. It's a final energy recovery step where we get our renewable energy, which is our methane. So now let's talk about anaerobic filter, which is a type of anaerobic wastewater treatment working based on the principle where wastewater are passes either by upward or downward through a bed of solid media. The media consists of either gravel, plastic rings, or stones. The anaerobic microbes attach and grow on the media, forming a biofilm. As wastewater flows, organic matter is degraded by this attached microbial community. The process occurs in the absence of oxygen, producing biogas, CH4, CO2, and treated effluent. By biofilm, we mean a complex matrix and closed community of microorganisms. So the steps include: when wastewater first enters, the biofilm action happens, anaerobic degradation stage, biogas production, and effluent outflow. So the steps here are the raw or pre-settled wastewater. The first wastewater enters the reactor. The solid media inside the reactor provides a surface for the anaerobes to form a biofilm, the microbes to attach. Now, after some time, this microbes forms a biofilm, creating a stable communities. That happens in the biofilm action. In the third step, anaerobic degradation stages, as I have explained in the previous slide, which is hydrolysis. The anaerobic degradation stages are the hydrolysis process, acidogenesis, methanogenesis. After this, we get our biogas, which is our methane. Biogas. Here the effluent. Okay, so after completing these four stages, which is hydrolysis, acidogenesis, acetogenesis, and methanogenesis, we get our methane-rich biogas that rises up and are further discharged for energy use, and the treated effluent are discharged. Okay, now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of this anaerobic filter. Advantage is that it's a very simple design and very simple to operate, and they produce biogas, which is a renewable resource energy. They produce less sludge compared to aerobic system, and high treatment efficiency for high strength wastewater. Disadvantages is that the startup time is very slow, because the microbes needs weeks to establish a biofilm. They are very sensitive to toxic compounds like heavy metals and chemicals. Odor issues are possible if not managed well. Application include treatment of brewery, dairy, food processing wastewater, sewage treatment in small countries, pre-treatment of industrial effluents before aerobic pollution. So now let's have a quick recap of what we discussed earlier about the aerobic and anaerobic treatment. So the microbes in aerobic treatment are oxygen users, and the anaerobic treatment are fermenters and methanogens, which doesn't require oxygen. The energy requirement is high in aerobic treatment and low in anaerobic treatment as compared. The end product of aerobic treatment are carbon dioxide, water, and sludge, and the end product of anaerobic treatment are CH4, which is methane, carbon dioxide, and sludge. The sludge production is high in aerobic treatment, whereas low in anaerobic treatment. The rate of treatment is fast in aerobic treatment as compared to anaerobic treatment. The odor issues are minimal in aerobic treatment and very impossible in anaerobic treatment due to the production of hydrogen sulfide. And the application is that they are mainly applied in municipal sewage. The aerobic treatment and anaerobic treatment are used in high strength industrial waste. So for the conclusion part, we learned that microbes, both aerobic and anaerobes, aerobes and anaerobes are the driving force of both these processes, which is aerobic treatment and anaerobic treatment. Complementary strength. So what do we mean by this complementary strength? The combined abilities displayed by both of them, that is that aerobic treatment is quick, effective in reduction of pathogens, and anaerobic is energy saving process and the production of methane. In sustainability perspective, which is a very important point to be noted, is that by combining both the system, they provide a maximum efficiency. The anaerobic for energy recovery steps, and the aerobes for anaerobes for final polishing and pathogen removal. So this integrated approach supports the circular economy, which is from waste to resource recovery. And I have also mentioned and I have also selected three papers in which I have mentioned only the significance of aerobic and anaerobic wastewater treatment. So the first one is Stickney Water Reclamation Plant, USA. The ASP, which is activated sludge process, handles more than 1.4 billion gallons of wastewater per day. This shows the scalability of aerobic treatment. Scalability of aerobic treatment, which means that this shows that how easily the process can be expanded or reduced in capacity to handle the different volume of wastewater. Second is Kanpur UASB reactor. UASB, which means upflow anaerobic sludge blanket reactor, which treats tannery wastewater. By tannery we mean the leather industry. They treat the tannery wastewater plus produces biogas, which demonstrates sustainability of anaerobic treatment in developing nations. And the third is Tirupur textile industry in India. The microbial consortia. By microbial consortia we mean mixed microbial communities. They degrade toxic azo-dyes used in this textile industry, which highlights the adaptability of microbial treatment in industrial pollution. So these are my references. Thank you.